Barbershop Experience 2025 right here at 106 South Division, a place where we get to network, we socialize, and we motivate one another. The barbershop is a place where we get to experience new adventures, especially with haircuts. We get new styles, but also in the barbershop you get to meet people that are in their careers, that's doing something that's very important for the community as well. So you also have an outreach at the barbershop.
It's the beginning of a chapter of a book, you know? So I'm down for the whole experience. That way we could bring everybody out the underground, show their talents off. Later on, hopefully we get some competitions going on, and we just go from there, man.
The community aspect of things, like I really like coming to the shop and feeling like I'm a part of the community. Like it really feels good. I don't feel like I'm just at a barbershop. I feel like I'm at a place where family is, and that like means a lot. I really appreciate that.
But what would you say encouraged you to start writing a book?
It's like a mixture of things. I've always had a creative sense of mind, and I always enjoyed storytelling and being able to do storytelling because it's freedom of speech. You can write and say anything you really want with it. I love children's book and the creativity that you can make up any story very short. Beautifully Blended came to me because of my daughter, Eliana. She's beautifully mixed, and that is the reasoning behind the book, is because I felt like there wasn't a lot of books out there that, you know, some kids could relate to. So I felt like my book could be more relatable to other children. Than beautifully blended can mean different things too, like the way you look, the way that you're mixed with. You know, you could have a blended family, as in like, you know, half siblings, full siblings, things like that. So
your journey in life, what would you say would be one of the most fulfilling things about helping people out in the community?
Just to give you a little bit of background, we were in Iowa for a number of years and then moved here to Michigan to help guys out of homelessness and out of jail and get back on their feet. I believe, for me at least, there was a calling from the Lord to do that, and yeah, it's very rewarding and hard and sometimes discouraging at the same time. So
Dom's a shoe fanatic, but can we get a snapshot of Dom's shoes? We got the Kobe's.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Yeah, my favorite basketball player was Kobe. The reason why I was watching the NBA, even though I'm a bad boy for life, Detroit Pistons. Anyway, if you had to give some advice to some youth that was interested in being a barber, what would you say would be something that you would recommend as a first step to becoming a barber?
I would say the first step in becoming a barber for the youth is believing in yourself. Barbering is very competitive, and there's a lot of challenges with being a barber, understanding the craft. But as long as you believe in yourself and never give up, man, that'll take you so far. Just believing in yourself, just loving the art and the craft of being a barber, and just having fun. When you have fun, everything flows so free. But if you're like always so hard and, you know, not confident within yourself, it doesn't really flow well. But when you're having fun, being free, and enjoying what you're doing, like, it'll take you so far in this industry.
It's a good experience for people to come in, get a free haircut, mingle, network with other barbers.
Being a shop owner and what can benefit to the community, I would say getting involved more with the kids, actually trying to motivate them to go into this industry, because this industry is something that, even, you know, working with my boy Tony has helped me out a lot, you know, opening my own shop. And I feel like, you know, just getting into rhythm with the kids and showing them that it can benefit them in the long run for a good career pathway. You know, it doesn't always have to be a police officer, it doesn't have to be a lawyer. You know, this is something that this industry is becoming very successful in its own way, that I feel like, you know, being part of the culture and being part of the community kind of unites together, and it helps the growth within you, you know, to help these kids, because not only are they just coming to the shop for a great haircut, they're coming for the experience, they're coming in for the, you know, motivation and how you mold them. You know, part of the barber is kind of like a therapist.
Honestly, I started selling supplies, you know, I would say probably about 10 years ago. But me cutting hair, I've been cutting hair for over 20 years. I started off cutting hair in the locker room when I was in middle school. You know, I started doing it just to make a couple dollars on the side. Cause back when I started cutting hair, you can get a haircut for $5. You know, haircuts is like, you know, $35, $40 now. But that's why I initially started off cutting hair, because I was just trying to make some extra money, make ends meet. And when I graduated from high school, I knew that that's what I wanted to do, because honestly, I like to, you know, be my own boss and make my own rules and do my own time. So that's why I lean more towards barbering, because we can set our own schedule. We can move how we need to move, you know.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for showing up and participating in the barbershop experience, the barbers and also the guests. A few months ago, I thought of something like this, the setup. It was just my imagination. I did a haircut, back to school haircut for elementary school, and the way they had it set up, it didn't feel like the barbershop environment. So as I was doing the haircuts and as I was participating in the program, I started to look around and visualize, and my vision was something like this. And I also seen that the type of people that they had cutting hair, it was like people who were big beginners. The haircuts that they were given kind of like threw me off. I'm the type of person that if I see somebody give a haircut that needs some assistance, I always want to be there, but it was just too much going on that I couldn't do it. And I thought, I got so many friends that's professional. So after that, and I thought I got an opportunity to do this, I reached out to some A-list barbers. So we got some A-list barbers in the house. We got Dom, we got Bill, Mario, Israel, Chana, and myself. And this is just a beginning of something. This is for the community. So right now, it's not as many people here that I would imagine to be here, but I think in time, incremental growth, we'll get more people. There'll be more people involved. So this is just my way of having an outreach. Again, you guys can get the word out. Grand Rapids is something I would say is a need for, because in the barbershop, and everybody here I noticed comes to the barbershop or is involved in the barbershop some kind of way. In the barbershop, we get to network with people. We get to meet people. They share their ideas with us. If it's a job or something that we need, that person that's sitting in a chair getting a haircut can hear you talking to me or somebody else while they're getting a haircut, and they'll nudge in and say, hey, you like working at this type of job? You like doing this type of stuff? I have this type of career already going on. This is something that you can do. So that's the importance of the networking part of the barbershop experience. Also socializing, you get to meet people. This is an example of what the socialization is a part of when you get to socialize. I'm going to share a brief, since I'm going to take this opportunity to share a brief testimony, and I'm glad my friend Ruben Ramos is here, because this is a prime example of what it means to be at a barbershop and meeting people. I say about 12 years ago, I met Ruben, or maybe a little bit longer. For that sake of age, we want to just say 12. And I would always talk to Ruben about ideas. And Ruben was in the beginning stages of getting his career started and his field of work. And he would always tell me, the only way you're going to get something done is if you just do it. If the idea comes to you, jump into it. So a few years after meeting Ruben, I had an opportunity to purchase some property that I was going to turn into a barbershop. I could say 10 years later, it's been running smooth. There's been some up and downs, but by the grace of God, we're still going. Also, if you take a look here, there's a logo right here. And there's something else that Ruben had talked to me about was branding and having a logo. And at the time, I didn't have it. I just used my skill as word of mouth. And as I learned about a logo and a brand and what it represents who you are and what you stand behind. So when you see that T, it represents everybody that's in this room. It doesn't just represent me. It represents also what I stand for, and it's for the community. I almost everybody in here, a great majority of people, have either been some people I cut hair with or in some kind of way we've met. And I've had this opportunity presented to me a few times, and I never took the opportunity to do it. And this is just me listening to Ruben 12 years ago tell me to take the step. So I took the step. I reached out to the barbers, and I want to say thank you to the barbers that's here, that's participating, because they have busy schedules, they have families. And speaking about families, that's something that you get at a barbershop as well. So when we're at barbershops, we get family. We got a lot of family. When you bring your children into a barbershop, it's an opportunity for us to communicate to the children that we're here for them. We are a community that's not only just going to do your haircut, but we're going to help you with your education. So today we have around, if anybody has children or some family they want to come in around 2:30, 3 o'clock, we have an author who wrote a children's book that's going to come downstairs in the basement and read to the children. And we're going to have books. We're going to have a book giveaway. We also have some swag bags. I see some people who haven't grabbed theirs. Okay, so yeah, can we get the barbers instead? We got, again, we mentioned it, we got Israel, who's participating. We got China, who's participating. We got Dom, Mario, and we got the hustler of all hustlers, Bill, Prime Time. He's a prime example of what Ruben taught me. If you guys look over there, and I mean, basically everybody, they have their logos, but I was amazed. I envy that what he did is really good. It's just give me an idea. So thank you, Bill. So I'll just give you guys a brief thing about the barbers here. Bill, again, like I say, he's a primetime hustler. Bill, I met Bill. He came in to the shop and was like, hey, you guys need some material, anything, clippers, neck strips, razors, razor blades, whatever we needed. Bill came in, and I was like, wow, this guy's really doing good. And I will haggle Bill to the point where he would either sell me at just the price of what he got it for, or maybe he would just win $1. And after a while, I got to know Bill, and Bill was like, man, I really didn't care about you haggling me. I just wanted the business. I just wanted to keep the reputation going. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. So now we got Bill. Bill is one of the most recognizable people in Grand Rapids for what he do. And we have Mario right here. Mario is my little big brother. I love Mario. Mario is somebody that I met some years ago. He was a barber with me, and Mario was a part of a transition that I took place in. It didn't work out. It's a story that I tell that it didn't really work out the way I planned it to work out in the time that I wanted to do it. But Mario has his own barbershop. He's thriving in the community. He's taking care of his family. He's a family man. And when I say this is one thing that I learned from Mario, this part of being in a barbershop. Mario would be the person that always added his family. He included his family. No matter what we did in the barbershop, he didn't exclude his family. He would be like, hey, look, man, I still got my kids. At the time, he just had his daughter, and he had Crystal. So Mario would always include them, whatever he wanted, whatever he needed to do. And that kind of like just gave me that element of family. And it was, I thank you for that, Mario. I know I've told you before, but I'll tell you publicly, thank you. I love you for it. We have Chana right here. Chana is a barber currently working with us at the Gentleman's Touch, who is very, very crafted. She's crafty with her haircuts. She's stepped it up a lot. I'm very proud of her. She's shadowed me for some years, and I know that she had the potential back then, and she has a potential today. I thank you. I appreciate you, China, for the time. She's added value to the barbershop. If you can have a girl come into a barbershop and add value the way she has, it's been amazing, and I really appreciate that. She's another example of what it means to go through the rigors, because it's not easy in this field for a woman to come in and do some of the things that she's done and build the respect she has built in the barbershop and also in the community. We got Dom. Dom is a ex-McDonald's manager who turned barber. And Dom was a client as well. And when Dom first started, he would come and be like, hey man, I want to cut hair. So I was like, I kind of did what Ruben did for me. It's like, just do it. Just, go to barber school. And he did it. And I would see Dom post his pictures, and I'm talking about his haircuts were not up to par, but he did not have any type of shame. And at the time, I was too busy with my own life to reach out and say, hey, you need to do this. I would like his pictures just to show him, like, hey, look, man, support is there. And then eventually he came out to the point where he was calling out barbers, like, hey, I'm the best barber in Grand Rapids. Anybody want to see me? And then he started posting videos and doing stuff like that. And I was admired by that, because at the time I felt like I was the best barber, but I didn't want to come out against him like that, because I didn't want to do it, to be honest, because if he would have beat me, I'd have been embarrassed. But I'm proud of what he's done and how he's elevated his game. And we have Israel. Israel is it okay if I say he's an ex-gang member? Gang leader. He was in the streets. When I met Israel, Israel punched somebody if they had the wrong colors on. It didn't represent what he was representing, but that was just something I would say. Again, another thing that I'm proud about is Israel was a person that sat in my chair and talked about how he wanted to be a barber and how he went to school and he elevated his game. Now he has his own barbershop, he has his own brand, and he has his own outreach for the community, which I think is amazing. He stepped it up a lot, and he's a wonderful family man. He's another example of family man. He's romantic. He talks about his wife all the time. I think a lot of people at the shop, we make fun of him. The people that know him, like, man, this guy's so romantic. He embarrasses us about the things that he do for his lady, but thank you, and keep up the good work. That's really good. That's a good example for us. I go home and rub my lady's feet and shoulders just because of you. Also, we have Cecil. I called him Cedric on social media. I'm sorry. Cecil is somebody who I just met recently. Come to find out, we're from the same hometown where I was born. He's from the same place. I've seen Cecil represent something on social media that I've found dear to my heart, and that's representing Christ. It's something that I learned to do, and I'm being more adamant about it. And I like what he does. He puts prayers, he posts prayers, and when I saw him do that, I had to reach out to see if I can bring him in and be a part of this program. And I see that he has my favorite. I have that hanging up at my shop, Psalms 23. So thank you, Cecil, for showing up. I don't know much about Cecil, but just from his post, I know that he's a family man. He has his children, and he represents Christ in his heart, and I think that's amazing. Other than that, we got DJ Mike too. We got DJ Mike here too, who's an upcoming barber. He's being trained right now with Israel. So if you guys want some events, DJ Mike still turn the turntables, or however they do with the DJ stuff nowadays. But we got, what's that? Yeah. He's got the automatic playlist. But yeah, we got, I know DJ Mike for, man, it's been like almost 20 years now. I started off cutting DJ Mike hair when he was doing his thing with Israel. Except he wasn't gangbanging, he was doing other things. Erica Jones is in the building. She's coming in, so I want to introduce her to everybody. Erica is the person that I was telling you about earlier about who's going to do the book reading. She's written a book, a children's book. She's a family lady. I always see her. She's always calling out her husband on social media, like, where are you at, babe? And this, that, and the other. So she's another person who's representing the family. If you want to hold up your book. So when she gets done reading her books to the children, we have a few to give away. She's going to sign them. But if there's other people who want a book and want to get it signed, we have an order form, and that'll be on, China will be representing that. So whatever you guys want to get, China will be purchasing all the books for anybody else who wants to get books. Thank you, China. I was going to give it to Ruben because he's the richest guy in the room, but but yeah, we'll take care of the China. We'll take care of that at the Gentleman's Touch. We'll definitely do that. So If you're ready to get a haircut, we're gonna play some music. We'll have a little area after some time here. We actually, we got a party going on here. We got DJ Mike for the music, and we got JC Live Media here to do that. And then we also, you know what I forgot to mention too? We have the samba. This is somebody who I met maybe 2 years ago. My friend Tassiano. Tassiano is Brazilian, and he's married to a beautiful Dominican lady. So he speaks 2 languages. He can speak Spanish and Brasileño. They have some wonderful food. So around the time of intermission or whatever, you guys not doing nothing, the food is ready, it's hot. So I'm not going to hold anybody up for that. We'll definitely have some good chicken from New York Fried Chicken, right? It's New York Fried Chicken. But his sausage is something that his dad makes in New Jersey, and he sends it over here. So it's a handmade item. So, and he'll be having his samba truck soon here in Grand Rapids. He'll be representing that, right? So again, another part of the party. So we got the cameraman, the DJ, and the caterer, food catering, and again the haircut. So we're gonna have that. Anything else I'm missing? Let me see if I see. This is my cameraman. This is my Toño. Well, thank you for showing up and being part of this. You should be behind the camera, not trying to take in none of the light. You want to say something to everybody? You sure? You up here like you want some limelight. Can you say thank you to everybody?
I want a haircut.
We'll take care of that for you. But before I get started, there's something I'd like to do. I'm going to pray, and then we'll get everything started. I'm going to thank you, Heavenly Father, for this opportunity for us to be together as a family. Thank you for the nourishment of the food. Thank you for the entertainment of the art and craft that we're able to do and to share with the community. Thank you for our family. In Christ we pray. Amen. And then I want to also thank Gise. Gise, this is Gise, my wife right here with the iPhone. She puts up with a lot. Mario can witness to that. I think anybody in this room, Mario probably witnessed more of the stuff that we used to do back in the day that he's probably surprised that she's still here. So thank you for dealing with that part, and thank you for being a good part of my life. Thank you. Love you. The Barbershop Experience, this is something that we want to continue to do. We appreciate everybody for their participation, and we look forward to doing more. Grand Rapids, let's shine. Have a wonderful day.